All right, we are back. We should be good to go. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure. Yes. Okay. It is working. It is working. All right, we are. Let me just turn that down. Okay, so we'll wait for some more people to get in. Please hit that thumbs up button as you make your way in. I know it's late, but I wanted to hop on here because I just got done with my session for um, Patreon. Okay. And it was intense, to say the least. So let's wait, let's wait, let's wait. I hope you all enjoyed your weekend. All right. If you are here, let me know. Make your presence known in the chat. Again, if you're watching back, just skip to about 2 minutes. I'll get started around then. Okay, so I'm getting the hang of this new program. It makes me so nervous. Technology. Okay. So we are good to go, though. We got it. Hello. So listen, this week and moving forward, hi, NB. Whenever you're watching this, understand that you will be tested, okay? We're moving into the next level wilderness, okay? That's the name of the Patreon session we did today for the week. We did the weekly alignment message over on Patreon. Moving into next level wilderness. So what does that mean? You're going to be tested, okay? You are going to be tested. A lot of you may have already experienced that in some way, challenged, tested. But stay prayerful, okay, and breathe and understand that the enemy is busy, but so is God, all right? And you are covered. So again, many of you may be tested, but a lot of you may be confronting wounds that need to surface for their release, because God is wanting to work with more of you, all right? Wanting to show up in ways that the wounding won't necessarily allow. So if you're triggered, for example, and you come out of yourself in some way, that is God telling you, I need you to let go of this part of who you are. How you've reacted to the situation is indicative of this wound or that wound. And I need you to address it so that I can be more present in your life. I want to show up. I'm coming in closer. So again, you will be tested, but understand the nuances here. Understand the depth and the necessity of these tests. And again, the enemy is busy as hell. The enemy, absolutely. But God is as well, wanting to transmute that wounded material into gold. Allow God to transmute what needs to be changed, what needs to be healed, mended, and addressed. Hi, WO. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you're tested this week, if you're tested today, tomorrow, next month, whenever you happen to be watching this, it's part of the process here, because we're entering the wilderness. And over on Patreon, I went into this deeper, and I was talking about how the Israelites, when they were leaving Egypt and Moses was leading them, they started to lose faith and they wanted to turn back around. They wanted to turn back around and go back to Egypt. So a lot of you may become overwhelmed and want to go back to systems that enslave you, relationships that enslave you, dynamics that enslave you, because it's comfortable, because the fear of the wilderness, the next level of this wilderness that we're entering as a global collective, right? That may be overwhelming. And there may be a propensity in fear, right, to want to turn away and go back to what you know. But that's the test. That's part of the test, is moving through that material, because it leads you to a land of what? Milk and honey. It leads you to a land of your promise. We just talked about this on the previous session, your promise and what that entails. So you have to move through the thick of what's coming. And those of you on Facebook, if you want to join the Facebook group, by the way, it is private. I have that link down below. I'll have that in the description for you. But we talked about a dream that I had where there's a lot that's about to be shaken up. Okay. There's a lot that's going to test you. And, it's a matter of you being in a proper alignment that will inspire the right choice. Or when I say the right choice, I mean a conducive choices. For example, when it comes to the vaccine, we'll just call it that because I don't want YouTube to censor me. Okay. So when it comes to this vaccine, okay, minus the V, I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. The vaccine, honey. That might not be the way. That might not be the solution. There may be something else, right? So this is part of the test. Where are you? Because there are a lot of people who look at the government and look at Fauci as if that is their God. They rely upon these people in these positions to tell them what it is they need. But we're being asked to go to the heavens, to the cosmos, to God. You understand? We operate from a different system. And in the wilderness, the test is going to be, where is your allegiance? Is it to this system and how it's enslaved you, to be honest, to keep it all the way real, how it's kept you in bondage, right? Or is it expanding out into the heavens? Is it expanding out into your greatness, heights that you've never experienced, that may be a little bit scary and daunting initially, right? But you're needing to take that leap. You're needing to have that faith. Like, where is the test for you, right? Also, there's a need right now to separate from the uncovered. Not everyone is covered. Not everyone is protected. Let's just listen. Not everyone is insured spiritually. So if you are associating with people who don't have that covering, that's another thing. That's another test. Who are you engaging? Who are you housing in terms of the space that you hold? Okay, you don't want to be guilty by association. You don't want to be unclean by association. And I know this it may sound rigid, but it just is. Even if you look into the policy of energy, right? There's an energy that happens in an exchange. There's an energy transfer, that happens within an exchange. So if you're engaging someone who has a lower vibration, or someone who is aligning with a false god or a false system, how is that transferring over into your life? You see? So we went deep on Patreon. So if you want to engage that session, the link to join is down below. And we also have the session in the shop. It's called Into Next Level Wilderness. Check the heart and get ready. Those of you on Facebook, I talked about the dream I had recently where I saw God. Okay. I saw a white horse and I saw a man on the white horse. And what that symbolized to me is that there is a need to come closer to God, because God is coming closer in general. The essence is coming in. The essence is already here in a way that it's never been experienced in our lifetime. Now, what that means and how that shows up, I don't know. But God is coming in closer again than God has ever come in terms of this particular generation. Okay. Now, I also saw in that same dream, and again, I went into depth over on Facebook. So if you're interested, join us over there. But I went into depth about how I witnessed the heavens descending upon me in the dream. And as the heavens descended upon me, I saw the planets. And it was the most terrifying thing initially to see a planet that close up to me. But I saw the planets come in so close. The heavens, I was literally amongst the heavens. The intensity is still jarring. Okay. And as I looked to my right and to my left, what I saw was people jumping into their own bondage voluntarily, because there's fear in their heart. So check your hearts right now. If you're harboring fear, insecurity, unresolved wounds, emotions that are just all over the place that have not been addressed, right? And when I say emotions, it's the unaddressed, the issues that have not been mended and worked through. It's going to naturally lead you astray, because the heart is the navigational system. And what God is saying is, I need that signal to be clear, because that's where I'm working. That's where I lead you, is through your heart. And if you're harboring, if your heart is taking up too much space in terms of unresolved dark energy and wounding, right? Scabbing, just unclean presence that is void of any light, right? Then it's like your navigational system is going to go haywire. It's going to be all over the place in terms of what's coming. There's a shakeup that is coming. And if your heart is not pure and clean, you're going to be led astray. And again, right now we're being tested for multiple reasons. And the main reason for me, at least today when I was tested, was to say, wow, that's in there. That's actually in my heart right now. I need to go in and make peace. I need to transmute this and transcend the stronghold of that unresolved emotion. I had a moment with a sibling today that allowed me to discover parts of myself that are still stuck in a timeline that is not conducive in terms of where I'm going and where God is taking me. So I invite you to do the same. Like, if you're tested, right? If you're confronting something that is difficult, that's moving, see it as a gift, see it as an opportunity to confront what needs to evolve, to confront what needs to be mended. Your inner child may need to be embraced at this time. And again, as you do this work, this is where God is coming in even closer. Through this healing, God is showing up in your glory. This morning, I had a dream about my glory and how God was literally directing my glory, directing me and what I am to become. So I feel like after I had that dream and then I woke up and I was tested and whatnot, and I had that experience with my sibling, I was able to see the roadblock. I was able to see where God wasn't able to get through to me as clearly as he should be able to. You see? So use this time this week, whenever you're watching this, to engage that part of your healing. The heart needs to heal right now because you're entering into the next level of wilderness, of global wilderness. It's about to get crazy. I don't know I can't tell you exactly what is happening, but I'm gonna say this. Things are about to change in a way that you've never experienced in your life. Things are about to become something that you've never seen in your lifetime. So there's a need to be prepared and get ready. So check the heart. Start there. And be prayerful. And I notice that when I go into prayer and I focus on my breath, the experience is more engulfing when I'm engaging God. So there's something that you can inspire your prayer with here, okay? And the work that you do in prayer, your breath, okay? There's something that you can do with your breath to take your prayer practice to the next level. So that's all I wanted to say, y'all, because again, we went in on Patreon. If you're interested, again, join us there. That session was about, I want to say it was about 20 minutes or so. Okay, so it's worth it. And I normally edit the videos and just post them on YouTube. But today it was just different. I was told to go about this differently. I feel like someone needs to hear this. Like they need to see me face to face, live in the chat. I don't know. I approached this session differently for the weekly alignment message. So come back to this if you need. Share this with your family and friends. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button because YouTube is certainly really going in on my channel. Why? Listen, I can tell you, although I have an idea, it's not worth the dialogue. Let's just keep it where it's at. All right. I love you. Is that all I have to say? Yes, separate from the uncovered, right? Those who are not covered in the protection of the Most High. All right. They're about to have a really hard time. Those who are not covered, the people that you're engaging who are not covered, you're going to witness, and it's not a good thing. It's not something to be joyous about, but it's unfortunate because they made the choice, right? They're being tested too. And when you're tested, you're graded. You have a response. There is a reaction. There is an outcome. So you're gonna witness those who are not covered, okay, and those who are not aligned with the Most High, their higher self, and so on. You're gonna witness them have a very difficult time at this hour, in this hour. Okay, so just keep that in mind, and you want to create a wedge of protection, and you may need to distance yourself from these people. Just keep space for your process, and then also bear witness, because as you bear witness to the uncovered, that will show you what you need to see. That will validate something for you spiritually, okay, and strengthen your faith and your armor. So become more observant and make sure you're covered. And also, there's a need to just stay low key. Don't tell everyone about, stay low key in the sense of just shh. Just, there's no need to prove yourself. There's no need to shout anything from the rooftops. Your success, your glory in 2021 is going to speak for itself. It's going to be so significant that you won't have to say a word. I guarantee you that. Okay? So I will see you guys soon. I know you guys are just joining. Hello, hello. Hi, music video girl. Yes. Hello, happy to catch you live. You have been so helpful. Thank you sincerely. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. But it's true, y'all. Your glory in 2021, you won't have to say a word. It will speak. And that's why it's important for you to just let it speak. Don't prove yourself. I had to learn that today. Because I was dealing with the narcissist. And when you're dealing with a narcissist, especially when they're a family member, you want to prove yourself. It's like and they, especially when they're very manipulative, it's almost like they set it up. And we'll talk about this in the narc series, but it's almost like they set it up so that you're constantly, it's a black hole where you're spending all of this energy to make your point known, but there's no receptivity. In fact, it's just they're pulling from you. And what God told me in that moment was, look, stop. Why are you trying to prove yourself to this person? Take a moment to look at what you're doing. So he had me look at myself real close up today. And I was like, I'm not about to even go there. I can't. I've come too far to be reduced by this. I see the test. I see the enemy, but I also see what God is introducing me to in the test. I'm taking that route. I'm going to take this detour with the Most High and allow this to become a process of my evolution. Allow this to become something that will exalt me and elevate me, because I'm choosing to grow from it. And when I took that route, there was nothing they could do or say to bring me back down to where I was meeting them by trying to prove myself. So I say that to say, you guys, do not feel as if you have to prove yourself to anyone. Okay, it may seem a bit isolatory, this journey along the way, but trust me, in the long run, mark my words, 2021, your light and your glory will speak for you. It will speak in ways that you could never, with words, with emotions. Let that be your voice. Let that be your defense. Let that be your proof. Whatever. Okay? So save and reserve and resolve. But really just preserve your energy. Save your energy. Yes, it's very draining, Rosario, sorry. So draining, no more of that. Boundaries, respect them. Yes, boundaries, sacred boundaries, y'all. This is part of it. Okay, so I love you so much. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified anytime I go live. I'd love to see you guys in the chat, and I'll see you very soon. I just wanted to hop on here really quickly. Make sure you leave your comments down below too. I want to hear from you. All right. You are a strong queen. Preach. Thank you, Rosario. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hi, Rita. Hi, Holly. Okay. Loki. Hello. I'll see you guys soon. You have my love, okay?